All right, my friends, welcome in. Oh, welcome in. It's 5 years after we ended the Cabinteely Éirinn Brách save. I've already vacationed 10 years in the future, not looked at it, so we are ready to go with that. But today, we are going to look at... Oh man, I am so nervous about this. It's ridiculous. We're going to look at what happened to the club in the last 5 seasons, including results in league play, all the cups, and of course, hopefully, continental competitions. We're going to look at who managed the club over the last 5 years. I think we had one person say, I think there was at least 4 managers. Interesting. We're going to see what happened to all of our players after we left, transfer listings, I'm sure, and stuff like that. We're going to look at all of our staff since there was a mass exodus, which is really unfortunate, really, for Cabinteely. So who did they bring in immediately after that? We're going to look at what has happened to the Irish national team and who is in it. We're going to see if Cabinteely has expanded Grey Hair Gaming Arena with their 100 million euros, as well as where I sit on the all-time manager list in Ireland, or for the league. I can't remember where the list is. I'm going to look that up. We're going to look at other Irish clubs. You know, are they in Europe? How are they doing? Are they financially going all right? You know, how many places does our league get in the continental competitions? Now, I'm sure there's going to be things that I miss that you're like, oh man, I left you a comment, 3 weeks ago about that. So if the good thing is I've already vacationed 10 years into the future. I actually stopped this, if you look there, on November 1st, and because I wasn't sure where the break of the season was, because I want to be able to see the season stats. So I have a November 1st, 2039, a December 1st, 2039, because I figure that's by far you'd be at the end of the season, or close enough where I could vacation it really quickly, and then 5 years after each of those. So we can kind of hop forward by a month if we don't have the full season showing. But if there's something that I missed that you want me to talk about in episode, the 10-year episode, there's going to be a week's delay between this episode coming out and that one, to give me time to kind of get everything together on all that. So get your commenting fingers ready. Lastly, in the 10-year episode, I will reveal my top 10 players of the save that I loved most, but I want to hear about yours as well. I'm curious if yours would align with mine. I've already written mine down. I've already got them down, so it's not like you're going to influence my decision. So let me know in the comments who your top 10. You can do it now, you can do it at the end of the episode, whatever. But I want to know who your top 10 were of the save. Now, my friends, without further ado, how bad has the AI messed up our club? How bad is it? Let's do it. Oh man, I'm so nervous. I'm not gonna look, I'm just gonna hit. I don't want to see like... I don't want to see like, wonders of the... domination, my friends. Okay. Immediate thing I see. Lubos has top goal scorer with 31. Cathal Devlin, or Cuffle, or however you say it. Good old Devlin has that 15 assists. And Lubos has most players of the match with 11. Next match is in the Europa League, which means we got knocked out of the Champions League. But key player and captain here, Lubos. Devlin is the vice captain. Someone named Gary Deegan wearing a headband is a hot prospect, my friends. We are 4-star. It looks like they've expanded at 7,773. So, okay. All right. Okay, let's take it one thing at a time here. Facilities. 73, all cedar. Okay, superb youth, great data analysis, superb training. I can't remember if we were already superb or not. You all will remember and I will. We don't have a stadium sponsor. Exceptional junior coaching, extensive youth recruitment. We have undersoil heating because we are baller status confirmed. Top corporate facilities, good pitch condition. is the thing of beauty. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. I've never seen this says pitch condition good, and it's a bar. I've never seen that. Not in a million years have I seen that. I know I've gotten things where you can reseed or resod the pitch or whatever. Never seen it. Never seen it. Oh, Club World Cup, huh? Cheeky. Okay. We'll say where it got bumped out. Let's go general. We're up to 1,212 season ticket holders. Quite nice. Considered rich. Still UCD. Let's look here. Harry White is a legend. I'm a legend. Frank Éirinn is just an icon. He's not a legend. Amir, Steven Seddon, Gary Hayes-Ward, Matthew McElroy, Marty Waters. Sanad Lulich is a favored personnel manager, and Iker Jimenez as a player. Okay, we'll come back to it. Don't worry. Affiliated clubs. Still Bray. Bray is still getting 30 grand a year from us. Cut the check, lads. Anthony Dempsey holds the record. Most league appearances, a total of 318. Devlin's 263 is the highest among active players, so he's plugging away on it. Most league goals by a player, Gary Hayes-Ward still with a total of 107. Lubos is 17 away. And he's probably like 26 now as he sits on 91. So he's going to, unless they sell him, he's going to break it. Let's just go look at this. I've got my list of things I want to look at here. It's up on my screen. But like getting to all of it is going to, like, this is, you should probably know it's going to be a longer episode. That's not what I clicked. I clicked on players. What are you talking about? Lubos, Bengala, Devlin, Alec Wilson. Lots of changes back here. Cass is still here. He's got 16 goals. Seddon. Conway's still here. Ooh, lots of changes. Most valuable player. Let's look. Alexander Nepakudov. Okay, but Lubos is second with 7.5. Seddon on 7.25. Devlin on 7 mil. Alec Wilson on 6.75. How much do we pay for him? 1.6. Value created. Look at that. Oh, look at the the attributes are delicious. Oh gosh. Okay. That's what the senior squad looks like. We are gonna look at their careers and how they've done. Don't worry. We're gonna get to that. Let's go back to the club, okay? Competitions. Won the league every year since we left. Okay. Cool. Things are cool. Quite the run. Have not made it back to the Champions League final. Okay. Have won the FAI Ford Cup since we left. No, we not in 2036, so they dropped the ball, obviously. President of Ireland's Cup. Consistently winning that. EA Sports Cup, missed it in 2035. So we've dropped some cups here. Shame on management. Leinster Senior Cup, we dropped 2037. So like every year we've dropped one cup. It's not been as important. And it wasn't like we were close. Okay, this one we were runner-up, so we were in the final. But the other ones, they weren't even in the final. And won the Irish Under-19 National League several times and runner-up in 2037. So that's going well. Oh, that's a nice little... I've never clicked that in my entire FMing experience. So look at the points. No lower than 95 points since we left. Oh, look at that. Undefeated for 3 seasons in a row, 104 points, breaking my record. Then they slipped up a little bit, Fine. Okay. Champions League. Let's look here. Third. Oh, no. It's taken a dip. Third in group play. Fourth in group play. Third in group play. And then lost in the second qualifying phase to Crusaders on aggregate. Oh, we have slipped, my friends. Now, to be fair, right? Like, it's not like we were dominating, but maybe it was a return to normal, right? This is more the outlier. This getting to the Champions League final is the outlier. But, man, the fact that they haven't been able to get back, like, to the knockout rounds is kind of unfortunate, really. Europa League. Okay, hold on. Champions League was 33-34. So 34-35 is when everything starts. Okay, got to the semifinal, lost to Man U. Second knockout round, lost to Nantes. Lost to Dortmund in the second knockout round. Lost to Leipzig in the first knockout round. And finished second in the group in 39/40, which is now... or currently second. Okay, so gonna looks like positioned well to go to the next knockout round. That's still kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. But it would have been cool if they could have gone and won the Europa League the next year, right? Like, obviously, Champions League run, you know, depends on who you come up against. Oh, second round to Sligo. And then lost to them in the final. Disappointing. President's Cup. 1-1-1-1-1-1-1. Right? Yeah. EA Sports Cup. Lost in the first round in this one. And lost in the quarterfinals. So we actually dropped it twice. Extra time. That's interesting. And then Senior Cup. We're currently in the fourth round. 1-1. Lost it to use in the quarterfinal. Okay. I mean, it's not like we had a perfect run, but lost to the Rangers reserves and on penalties. Woof. Every other time they've won it. So they've done a pretty good job maintaining, right? It's not like all of a sudden we're in the first division. That is an absolute disaster, and I'm going to go cry, right? Landmarks. Okay. Stadium capacity increase. There you go. Just happened. What is that? 6 months ago? Don't think they had extended it before then. Okay. Okay. Lubos became vice captain. Who was the captain? Okay, let's do this. Ooh, finance. Oh, that's not really exciting. Facilities. Okay, youth and training facilities upgraded after we left, so that kind of gives you an idea there of when that happened. Dempsey was captain. As soon as we left, Frank gets removed as captain. Dempsey is captain. Amir is vice captain. That's harsh. That's harsh. Lubos as vice captain. Lubos as captain. Devlin as vice captain. What'd they do to my Frank? What'd they do to my Frank? Managers. Look at that. 39 cup wins, 10 league wins. I love that 650 games. That is just perfect. Peter Gill took over, won 4 games. Great job, Peter. He was our under-19 manager that when everyone left, it was like, hey, Peter, you know how to put in a roster sheet for game day, right? Adair managed for 197 days. Talk about not being loyal. 34-4. Won the league. Really came in just to bolster his own career, right? Left Spartak Moscow to come manage us and then went to Leicester. So we recruited him and he was recruited 6 months later. That's I don't like that. I don't like that. Thomas Frank comes in, goes 54, 10, and 7. It says 5 cup wins. Or is it in a league win? But there's... Thomas disappeared from the game. That name will mean something more to you than it will to me. A year and 58 days, so a year-long stint. Caretaker, Peter Gill steps up again. Ooh, 2-0-2. Not as good this time, Peter. Peter is with Stoke as a coach. Aw, that's kind of sad. Because he left. No, because he was the caretaker manager. Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. How is Peter Gill the caretaker manager and he's doesn't have... Oh, okay. He went back to being the under 19. Got it. I'm with you. Okay. Senad Lulic. Again, that name only means something to you. Currently a Lazio/Atlanta United player. Maybe Lazio in real life, and then in the game he moved to Atlanta United. Houston Dynamo, Sporting KC, Atlanta United manager, Hamburg, Fiorentina, not Florentina, Cabo, and then on to Stoke. Milestones. Left of his own accord. So no one's been sacked. I mean, it's kind of like a destination, right? Like you want to be at Cabinteely. They're winning the league, winning trophies. He comes in, does quite the business. 79% win ratio, 149, 15 to 24. Not enough to unseat me. They're not going to name the stadium after you, sir. And then is it Saul? 76% win ratio. Okay, I had 67. But to be fair, mine was in the first division and when we were grinding too. So 48, 11, and 4. Where's he coming from? Way back. Oh, I love randomness like this. You gotta love this, unless I'm missing something with the dates here. Player in 24. Oh, okay, he was a player for what? Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So he's with Atletico Madrid until 2030, and then became a manager. When you're sitting here like this, it looks like he was a player, and then nothing happened for 16 years, and all of a sudden he was a manager. And I'm like, that is the most random thing I've ever seen. And you can't see what I'm talking about because it's kind of behind my chair. I guess you kind of can. This is the first manager job listed. But when you go down here, it's weird that it's got that ahead, but I guess, was it a loan or did he come back? I gotta know now. It was a loan. Why would you list it like that? That doesn't make any sense. So he's with Atletico for 18 years, 1 year loaned out, then comes back. Manager. Okay, Girona, Montpellier, Celta Vigo, and then moves to Cabinteely. Resolute, good mental stats. I like it. Still just paying 7.75K a week. I think they're getting a bargain with all of their coaches. Not gonna lie. Sanad is 23K with Stoke, so I can probably left for financial reasons. Let's go look at we will come back to look at the senior players that are here. Let's do that first, I guess. I'll forget to do that. Alec Wilson that we brought in. Okay. I left after this right here. So you ended the season on 7.34, which is quite nice. And then kind of dipped a little bit, but for an AI, right? Like 6.86, not bad. 16 starts, 6.86. Continental is a 6.47 on 10 total appearances, not great. Kind of did okay there. 30 starts here. Much better in league and in continental competition. Internationally, a 7.5. Nice. Did all right here. And currently doing all right. So enjoy those attributes. Told you he's a good pickup. Thank you, Aberdeen, for the 1.6 million. That was a good buy. 20,500 a week. Whew. Oh, let's look at the way. 54,000 to one player. Oh my. We're buying players from Wolves in the Prem. Wowzers. That's interesting. Lubos at 40,500. Let's take a look at Lubos here. Oh, he's so good. He's wanted. Are we going to lose him? Crystal Palace, West Ham, nonce. Don't go. Don't go. You're about to break some records, Lubos. You get Champions League every year, Lubos. Don't leave. Picked him up for $5 million. He's really not actually gone up that much more in value, but it's probably because at the time I overpaid a little bit. This is the season I was in charge, and then only 7 starts, 11 subs after that. That's curious. That means they must have brought in a bunch of players, or really just stuck with one. But look at that. Look at this. As an AI player, 7.39, 7.23, 7.42, 7.47, banging in 22 league goals, 6 continental goals. Oh, what a stud. What a stud. Uh-oh, 15 million release clause. Danger, danger. Ooh, goodness. All right, Fresnel here, just 28. 65 caps for the Democratic Republic of Congo. 7 goals. He's stuck with the club. You love to see that, don't you? 24.5 grand. Of course, I'll say he's stuck with the club, and then we'll hop forward to 10 years, and he'll be gone. Bruges and Milan, who are probably going to pay him pretty well. We got him, my friends, on a free 6.25 million. On a free. Look at that. Oh, goodness. That's so good. I mean, the ratings, this is probably, obviously, his best season, 8.01. That is absurd. 18 starts, 10 goals, 8 assists on an 8.01 is ridiculous. And, you know, from there, he doesn't have nearly as many assists, but he's still banging in some goals, and he's got a decent rating. So we'll take it. We'll take it. What's his contract look like? No buyout. Okay, good. Or minimum release clause. I always call it a buyout. Okay. Devlin, who we picked up for 1.4 million from Waterford, trying to pump them up a little bit. 7.23, 7.27, 7.28. Look at the assists. 15 assists a season. 7.26, 7.17, 7.3. Unbelievable. 13 continental starts on a 6.99. 6 and 5 on a 6.88. 6 and 1 on a 6.75. Not as good. 12 and 1 on a 6.9. Contract. No minimum release clause. 18,500 euros. $5'10", but I need up and down the spine. Like 18 bravery. Oh, I love him. Steven Sutton's still kicking around at 31. Still has never learned to concentrate. Never learned to concentrate. Not the once. Picked him up on a free from West Ham. Currently worth 7.25 million, making 17.25k a week. How do you like them apples? Look at that. 14. Look at all the assists. This is with Devlin too. Like, it's like an assist machine. Goodness. Doing okay. This is probably his best continental season. 7.143 goals, 2 assists on 12 starts. Not bad. 3 and 3 on 14 starts here. Not as many league appearances. I wonder if he had an injury or something. Not bad. Contract. No, we're good there. Till 2041. Conway injured. Never. They must have. They must have been playing him as the attacking midfielder center, because he's not gotten any better at the complete wingback that we've been playing him at. His tackling still 7. So that's probably a smart decision. Let's be honest. Oh, he's leaving. I just noticed. Brentford. Is it an end of contract deal? End of contract. You let him go on a free. You let him go on a free. The Cabinteely product. That's a shame. He didn't really, from a rating standpoint, these were his better seasons, right? Than up here. But he's still, you know, a Cabo product. So he'll be leaving. Oh, let's look. Did he ever get called back up? 35 caps. We'll have, well, let's just look here. Got called up there. Yeah, still okay. Got called up in 2038. Yeah, he's still in the mix internationally. That's nice to see. Cass, 5 million only. We paid 7.25. Look at that season. 7.51, 14. appearances, 6 goals. So he's not been the first choice. But when he's come in, he's been incredible. Are you serious that you've not been playing him? What have you done? What have you done to my cast? This season, 26 starts or appearances, 9 and 17, 6 goals. Not bad. Not bad. 6 substitute appearances in Continental. Now you could argue, some of the stuff here in the mentals hasn't developed as much. So maybe that's fair. I still think he was a good buy. Rotation contract, 7K. Doesn't have a release clause. Come on, Cass. Come on, Cass. Let's get 4 caps for Ireland. When did he get called up? Did I call him up? No. Oh, that warms your heart, doesn't it? He chose us. He chose us, lads. Come on. That's freaking awesome. I think that's all the names we recognize. I'm not gonna. Okay. This is the one that hurts. I think this is where it starts to hurt. Hold on. Let's just get the dates right here. I left May 27th, 2034. It's nice because you just go 2034 season. You sold the captain. Oh, no, that's the right back. Okay, right back goes for 1.9 million. Jason Byrne for 6.5 million to Hibernian? I think that's they robbed them blind. Stephen Moore, the center back on loan. Daniel Thompson, Hibernian, also for 1.8 million. We went reverse shopping with them. Brian O'Sullivan, who is the attacking midfielder, the youngster, to Drogheda United. Sean Sweeney to Olympiacos. Oh, Sean. And Daryl Devine on loan to Frosinone Calcio, which is somewhere in Italy. And then in the summer window, my friends, Matteo Machete for 5.5, rising to 7 million. Carlos Eduardo for 11.75 million. Michael O'Brien Éirinn from Limerick, so pumping up the other clubs for 2 million, rising to 4.9 million, so some incentives. Matty Walker, pick and choose, 7.5 million from Stuttgart, and Oleksandr Nepogodov for 10 million from Dynamo Kiev. Makes our little buy here for 1.6 million look kind of small. Look at that, 38.5 million in, 25.5 million out. I'm just still with the club, 25K, German left winger. Okay. I mean, how's he done? Not bad, you could argue. So, okay, fair. Goodbye. He's worth 350K. His contract's running down. That's weird. Oh, he's 33. Carlos Eduardo, no longer with the club. So did they flip him? They did for a minor profit, but they got really good game time out of him. Look at that. Nothing below a 702. Okay. I see what you're doing. I like it. Michael O'Brien Éirinn is how you say that. You gotta get it out. Listed for 750K. This is gonna be the bust, it looks like. Bought him for 4.9 million, loaned him out to Limerick. That's interesting. So bought him from Limerick. Here's 4.9 million euros. And then loaned him out so that they could use him. Reinvesting in Ireland. Nice job, chairman or director of football or whatever. Comes back, 17 appearances, 6, 7, 4, then loan him to Cork City. Does all right. 7 appearances, 713, but only 7 appearances. Yeah. Well, hey, if you get millions of euros, you can have a couple bucks, right? Matty Walker is with Nuremberg. So bought him for 7.5, sold him for 6.75. Only got one really good season out of him. Appears to be a poor choice. Enjoy. And then he is still here. right winger, 10 million. And it's been up and down. This season was really good, right? It's minus continental competition. His league play was really good. That continental was better. I don't know if this is of any interest to you, but I'm doing what I like here. Much better here. 6 goals, 5 assists, and 26 total appearances split down the middle with substitutes and starts. And then 6.88 in continental with 11 starts, 1 sub, 2 goals, 3 assists. Thus far this season, not as great. I think that's a bit of a bust, personally. So it's been a little iffy. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's so much to look at. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. Okay, Andrew Doolin. Still kicking around. He's with Bolton. Let's just quickly look at his career. If you want to pause and look, you can. Sold him for $1.9 million. They used him for 19 starts, a sub, 688. Sold him for $1.2 million, and now they've loaned him out to, he's kind of wrapping up his career. So his best days were with us. Come on, son. Jason, I cannot believe they sold him for that much money. How did they do that? That is a horrible, and he did okay. And I like Jason Bird, but like not at that age. So we got him on a free and sold him for $6.5 million. That's some good business. That's some fantastic business. And then they sold him for $425K, and now he's kind of wrapping up his career as well. We're going to hit these kind of quickly. Stephen Moore went on loan, and then we eventually sold him, or he left on a free to Limerick. No, they bought him with all the money we gave them for their player that we loaned back to them. And then he's kind of not gone anywhere. So best season was partially with us, and then whoever came in after him, or after us, then kind of not a whole lot. Daniel Thompson, the left winger, just recently. Okay, so he went to Slovenia, which is Slovenia, right? Maribor and Domzali. But Hibernian first, career stats, 1.8 million. Terrible buy. What is Hibernian doing? Let's ask the question. 6.65 with 1 start and 8 subs. What? And they sold him like immediately. Or woof. Okay, and then he does all right in Slovenia, right? They got him for a third of what they paid, and then they sold him for a tenth of that or whatever. But you know, he's doing all right as he wrapped, or he was doing all right as he wrapped his career. Now he's a director of football, and he's not very good at it, which is a shame. He could be like a coach somewhere, like a youth coach. Just saying, Daniel. Brian O'Sullivan, the attacking midfielder, did not work out. There's going to be some of these, I think. So, bunch of loans. So good on Cabinteely for loaning out, trying to help him and our other Irish clubs. And Sweeney to Olympiacos, still kicking. He's playing in Israel, Hopel Beersheva. 25K is what we paid for him from Northern Ireland there. 2.4 million for Olympiacos. Again, what is the one season thing? That is so weird. 1.9 million to send him to Australia. Well, he has a decent showing. 9 goals the first season, 5 assists. And then leaves on a free to go to Israel. He's making his way back towards Ireland. That's what it is. That's what it is, my friends. And then Daryl Devine, who went on loan to Italy and then moved there on a free. He had kind of fallen off a little bit coming into this season. And then he fell off a lot a bit, you could say. Not really loving life in Italy. Playing, like, starting on a 6.65, but not really doing much with it, which is kind of sad, really. Okay, that's the season 34. Let's keep moving. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. I'm looking for Frank. Frank's not on the list. I'm not going to look at all the people they bought in. I don't like that it's now disappeared. 12.25 million. Not a whole lot, really. Like, so you spend 12.25 million after revamping the squad. It's disappeared. It was just there. That's so bizarre. So you spent 13.25 million the second season after I was gone, after spending 38.5. Like, drop all the cash and then go, maybe not as much. It's a free? That's kind of hilarious. What was your life like to comment on a free. What are you? What were you? Okay. Interesting. That's bizarre. Let's see. James Law, I'm not really interested in him. Tobin, Éirinn. So none of these are. I mean, Lawless was ours. We let him go on a free. He's still with Cork City. Good for him. Cork City player. But I'm not going to look at all these. I'm just looking for Frank Éirinn. Went on a free to Ache. Can't even look at his stats. Surely it would have kept his stuff after retirement. 315 appearances, 22 goals from the center back / left back position. And then he goes to Limerick for a season. Gives him 33 appearances and a goal, and then to Greece. Or no. He went to AEK or Ake first, and then apparently they loaned him back to Limerick for a season in 2037, and he finished out his career. That's weird. Yeah. Huh. I'm kind of gutted he didn't want to be like a staff member or something like that. What a legend. What a legend. Frank the Tank, my friends. Why didn't they keep his history? That is so bizarre. Or is that keeping the history, right? Like, but I want to see the individual, like the career stats. Okay. Any free transfers? Yeah, just the two. Because sometimes it like you miss out players. We are going to look at the staff. I told you it's going to be a long episode. Nathan Horgan to Barcelona for $38.5 million. Nathan Horgan, the center back, $275K a week. Oh, the Cabinteely product. Oh, you gotta love to see that. And he's doing well. He's doing they didn't play like, okay, maybe it was like towards the end of their season, right? Whatever. Yeah, like halfway through. So summer transfer window. And then 37-38, 34 starts on a 6.95 in La Liga, 7 continental starts on a 6.73 as a center back next season, 34 starts and a goal and assist, 7.18 in league play, 10 continental starts on a 6.93. Currently, 10 starts on a 7.07, 3 continental starts on a 7.23. Any like milestones? He's with Ireland. Won the Copa del Rey. Or Copa... Yeah. Is that Copa del Rey? I don't know La Liga. Broke the Irish club record sale at $38.5 million. Okay. Okay. Fair play to you, lad. Fair play. Fair play. No judgment. 188 million release clause. What? Oh, we thought he was good. Did we think he was that good? Did we think he was that good? That is unbelievable. He's 24. They bought him at 19 for $38.5 million, and he's gone up in value, and he's starting for Barca. That is crazy. Oh, I'm so happy for Nathan Horgan. That's amazing. That is amazing. I love stuff like this. Okay, let's keep going. McClelland was our left back. Yeah. 57 caps, 2 goals for Northern Ireland. Whoa, lots of stuff. Bought him for $200K. Loaned him for $550K. Good business. Kind of disappointing after here. He kind of falls off. They don't use him as much as probably... Well, he got 13 starts there, 688. And then loaned him and then loaned him. I'm not sure what happened here. That's weird. And then comes back. Only 2 starts. Loaned him for $525. They're milking that thing, and then sold it for $1.7 million. That's phenomenal business. Let's be fair. Buying for $200K, you get, what is that? 1.75 million. No, 1,075,000, right? My brain is mush. And then another 1.7 on top. It's good business. Let's just call it what it is. It's good business. It's a Celtic. He's in the first team making 28 grand. Good for him. Come on, McClelland. O'Sullivan left. That's one of his loans. McElroy loaned out and then sold to CSKA Moscow. Loaned him for $600K, sold him for 1.3. I think that's a mistake. 5.25. I mean, maybe he was getting up there. He's 32, so he's what, 31-ish, 30, 31 when we pulled the plug. But look at that. Look at 7.75. This is after I left, right? 19 starts, 14 goals, 6 assists, 8 players of the match in league on a 7.75. Look at the 7.62. What a player. What a player. If he gets 15 appearances, he gets a contract extension, or they could just extend him because they want to. Wow. Wow. 69 caps for Northern Ireland. Ali Errol to Villarreal for 8.5, rising to 10.5. Wanted. Watford. Good business. He did all right. I mean, this is as a defender, right? Like, you got to keep that in mind. Getting a high average rating as a defender is kind of not easy to do. But Nathan Horgan, holy cow, I cannot believe that. Okay, ooh, Amir leaves for 2.3 million to Eris Thessalonicus. I'm gonna guess Greece. I was right. 5.5 million, sold him for half that, but look at the production you got. Like, look at this. 7.58. Look at 13 goals. What? I think he was great. Did he take his Irish passport? He never did. He never got called up. So, you know, to be fair, he has the nationality. It's just he was never called up for it. You think he could play, don't you? I think he could play. So that's Amir. Dempsey goes to Brighton for 12.25 million. Still there. Key player, 93K. Not bad. 70 caps for Ireland. No goals. Come on, mate. Just went. Performed pretty well. This is a down season here, but aside from that, look at that. He had better keeper ratings after I left. A 7.3, a 7.21. I mean, look at the clean sheets, 21, 22. That's amazing. Not bad, son. Not bad. Kevin Tuff, what a name. All right, my friends, that is the players. We're going to go back now and see what happened to our staff. These are all the staff that, look at that left of their own accord. I'm still in the game. Yeah. Like I didn't retire. I resigned. That's right. Jason McCartney, no longer available, head of youth development. All right. Lee Kendall disappeared. Declan Derrick. Okay. Jordan Milsom is still around with Sunderland. He went to Preston after that. Okay. Good on you, mate. Martin Farley. That's kind of disappointing. We can't see their careers. I probably should have kept them. That is not great. Ruben Baraja went to Las Palmas and is still there. That's my bad about not. I guess I should have had the thought to keep after retirement. Marty Waters though, still scouting, but he's with Bournemouth now. Good for him. He goes from Cabinteely to being the chief scout for Sheffield Wednesday for a short period of time, then to Tottenham, and now to Bournemouth. And we still have his career stats, which is kind of funny to me. It doesn't give you anything else. It's like, yeah, he got signed. Like, what do you want from us? But he's still around. Gary Teal, who's with us on the under-19s for 9 years, went to Everton under-18s and West Ham under-18s. It's disappointing. He's not really improved. Maybe he just likes the youth, like developing youth players. So good for him. And then I don't know who that guy is. I don't remember. In their stead, so Adair, he brought his Spartak Moscow staff with him. Oh my, I just saw that. So he comes in, and then Oscar DeMarcos. I don't think he was good as our assistant manager, just saying. Pavel, all right, not bad. Resolute, I like the Resolute. Zorbeck, still with Cabo. You like to see that, stuck around. He's like, no, I'm good. I think there's a good thing going here. Appreciate you bringing me with you. Adam McConnell from Dundalk, who didn't stay long, went to Limerick. So it was kind of like, pull him out of the Dundalk under-19s. Maybe we paid them some compensation. Then he goes to Limerick as a manager of Nottingham Forest and Ipswich Town. So that's kind of interesting to see. Derek Pendergrast, a current Shelbourne player. Maybe you know him if you're in Ireland. Goes... Oh, he's still our head of youth development. Ooh. Well, it took a like that, to be honest with you. Jake Doyle Hayes, Cabo under-19 coach. Oh, that's interesting. The Irish international. Noyce was a player for a long time, and then hung up his boots and came over to the best club in Ireland, clearly. Some of these names, again, you may know. I don't know who Tom Colshaw is. And we can't see Thomas Frank. Gary Hayes Ward left as the under-19 coach to go to QPR, still there as the under-23 manager. Good for him. Got a haircut. Looks good. Yeah, that's the guy I hired. Yeah, Lazaros went to Tottenham under-18. So, like, we're at that level. Like, that's pretty cool. Peter Gill eventually goes to Stoke like we saw. Good for him. Did a great job for us. Miguel De Hita was a scout for us 2018 and 19. My goodness. Yeah, I'd say he did a pretty good job. Villarreal and then Barcelona. He was like, hey, you should probably call them by Nathan Horgan. I just snorted. That's hilarious. Mark Rudd, who was a data analyst for us for a little bit. Congrats. Yeah, I remember that name. Went to Atletico Bilbao. All right. Did the business. Markham, longtime data analyst, makes it to Manchester United. Under-19 physio goes to Tottenham's under-18s. Essentially that they never get, like, they never graduate. If you're like an under-19 or you're like a youth anything, you're usually stuck there, which is kind of odd. And then Duda goes to Benfica. Pretty cool. Makes you happy. Gary Gleason comes back. Gary Gleason comes back as a scout. Get you right here. Get you right here. Oh, that's cool to see. And then I think these would be all not our players. Yeah. Okay. Eves here was a long time, 15 years with our staff. He made it. He broke the mold. Goes to Stoke as the goalkeeping coach. And he went with Sanad Lulic, who just left. As a free transfer. So he was available in the market. That's interesting. I want to go back to make sure I didn't miss any of the signings being former players. Hold on just one second. Jake Doyle Hayes, I saw that. We already looked at that. All right, my friends. I told you it'd be a long episode. Irish national team. We looked at the Grey Hair Gaming Arena. Got extended. Wait a second. What is it? What are we looking for? That's pretty tasty, I think you could say. I'm looking for the all-time manager list, but I think that's an Ireland thing. So let's go take a look. Okay. Back down where we belong. Stephen Kenny came in after us and got sacked. Relatively short stint there. 8-4-3. He was he's disappeared too. David Hopkin retired. 13-5-6. And then Mickey Cummins 7-2-4. He was with UCD. Yeah, we used to do that. He kind of bounced around a couple different clubs. We didn't get along. It's not the best, is it? It's not the best, is it? That's a pretty sad looking list, not gonna lie. Oh, that's poor. Landmarks. Devlin comes in as vice captain. Oh, that happened right before I left. They removed Éirinn as captain, but they waited a year and a half, and Dempsey was appointed as captain. Okay. All right. Oh, Martin O'Neill from, yeah, he's kind of like the Irish Messi, right? The midfielder still plugging along, 113 caps, 34 goals, 475K a week, valued at 85 million. Has not fallen off one bit. Not bad, makes sense. But I look that Sweeney won it the one time that we were still here, but it's still kind of nice to see that. None of that matters. It's all going to be new gens. Best 11. Dempsey, Doyle, still the best left back. Maloney, Sliven, who should be here. Maguire, did he ever come back? No. Disappointing. O'Neill and Devlin, we had those guys. Seddon, Meredith, let's check on Meredith. Hirona, 16.5K, 51 caps, 16 goals. So his like 1 every 2 or 1.75 every 2 kind of fell off a little bit, to be fair. That's all right. Whitty on the right, who's probably, he's retired. He went, we sold him to Belgium. Then he goes to Portugal, Blackburn, and then Israel. I see another player ending up there. That's kind of interesting. And Ryan Cassidy is still up top. And he retired from football the season after we got done. Look at that. No appearances for St. Kevin's, and then 414 appearances, 164 goals for Watford. Wow, that's kind of crazy. On the bench, Gavin, Shane Duffy, Seamus Coleman, Jake Doyle Hayes, Adam Ida, Josh Cullen, David Doyle. So, all right, fair play. Let's just go back. Whoa. What? Lost to Belgium in the Nations League. Beat Northern Ireland, beat Belgium. Okay. Nice. And then Euro qualifiers. Ooh, drawing Armenia. Lost to Israel. Drew with Russia. It's definitely had tailed off a little bit, to be fair. Oh, that's the new groups. So we can't see how that ended up, but it doesn't sound like it ended great. Yeah, losing to Wales. Ooh, 2-1 in the Euro Championship qualification playoff final after smashing Iceland with Tony Byrne. There he is. Still kicking around, 32 years old. You'd love to see that. Went on a free. We sold him to Real Valladolid for $2 million. He played a bunch. Had a pretty good career. And then, losing to Sweden away from home. Beating Poland at home. Beating Sweden at home and losing away from home. That's not ideal. So they didn't get promoted out of the last Nations League group. World Cup qualifying looks all right, minus the loss to Italy, Wales, Montenegro. Okay. This is in 37, so okay. Okay, must have been 38 was when the World Cup was. Just looking at names here, if I recognize anybody. And then, oh gosh. Get smacked around by Argentina and you draw with El Salvador and you're out of the World Cup. But they made it. They made it to the World Cup, all right? Okay, Nations League. Lost to Russia, which is probably going to prevent them from getting promoted. Euro qualifiers, losing to Belgium, Belarus, Armenia with some big wins there. Bosnia with a win. Lost to Belgium again. Belarus, so currently... Ooh. Okay, they got a game in hand against Bosnia and Herzegovina, so there's still a chance to kind of get into that second place spot. That is what is going on with Ireland, my friends. Now, let's go back here. We're getting close. We're almost at an hour. If you're still here, say hi. I'm impressed. Premier League. Have we lost spots? Wasn't there... Top team goes to the Champions League first qualifying phase. Second to fourth, go to the... It's back to what it was. We've actually dipped. Because there at the end, we had it to where... What was it? Like here. We had 2 Champions League spots, didn't we? I gotta know. I gotta go look at Cork City's seasons here. Yeah, they were in the Champions League best place spots. And being second, so we've lost that spot from like a coefficient standpoint. Huh. Let me check my list here. Some things to look at as well that I forgot to show here. I'm kind of bouncing around. So this is the end of the season. It's not officially the end of the season, but they played 36 games. So won the league by 10 points. Limerick, my friends. Up here, 10 points off top. I think, was it Limerick that was just docked 26 points for something going on? Like they are officially in last place in the first division, I think. So let's go back. We win the league here, 103 points. We set them up for success the next year. 98 points. UCD. I just want to see the other teams. Cork City, Limerick. Okay, right. Anybody surprising coming up or down? Things like that. Cork City, Limerick, but still well off top. Okay. 104 and 66 points. Still a massive amount off the top. Here, 30 points difference. 32 to Limerick. Another huge gap. It's just the losing the one game. But they... I mean, it's 10 points, right? So if they could turn some of these losses, now they did lose to Cabinteely 3 times. So if they could turn around the other losses, right? And get those 9 points back, it would have been a tight race. And then a draw against Cabinteely, like all of a sudden it's a different ball game. So I'm kind of curious what happens in the upcoming seasons with that. And what I also was going to show here is, let's go back and actually look to see. I'm just interested, honestly, in the Champions League and the Europa League. So let's go see how that worked out. So losing to Inter, gutting. Nordjylland. Then we're straight into the group stage. Getting beaten up by Bayern and Real Sociedad, beating Fenerbahce and drawing with them. So that's why we kind of not doing so good there in the coefficient. Next season, okay, because we finished third, so we go straight to the Europa League, beat Standard Liège. What is that? 4-3. Get past Celtic, get past Napoli on penalties, and then lose on aggregate to Manchester United, 3-2. All right, next season, straight into the group stage. Again, Fenerbahce, Man City, Bayern. Tough sledding. Does not go well. Still makes it to the Europa League. Celtic, Nantes knocks us out on a 4-2 aggregate scoreline. Next season, Arsenal and CSKA Moscow and Braga. Goodness, that is just tough sledding. Getting past Chelsea because of a 2-0 home result. Losing to Dortmund. Next season, back into the playoff leg. Galatasaray, getting past them to get into the group with Benfica, Slavia Praha, and Marseille. So the Champions League form took a significant turn, right? Then it's like, okay, you actually have to go back to qualifying. What happened here? I guess is what I'm trying to understand. Someone will explain this in the comments, I'm sure. Like, why did we slowly go back to, okay, playoff leg 1, but then all of a sudden to qualification 1, leg 1? Like, what happened there? That's a big jump. Like, there's like the playoff, third qualification, second qualification, first qualification. Why did we go straight there? I don't understand. Am I remembering it correctly? We've won the league the entire time, so I'm not following that, lads. But you Gordon's getting past them 6-0. Copenhagen on the away goals rule. Sheriff Tiraspol 6-1, as you do. Rangers getting past them on away goals, I guess. And then Man City, Braga, Maccabi Tel Aviv. Still can't even get the home result against them. Disappointing. Get knocked out by RB Leipzig. Back to the Champions League qualification 1, first leg 1, that thing. Got knocked out by Crusaders. It's unbelievable. And then past these clubs to the Europa League group. And we're in the middle of that. Currently second. Cabinteely is 34th in European coefficient. So, and it's dropping. So it's 34, 35 is 17, and then 11, and then 9, 5, 8, 4. So that's not headed in the right direction, you could say. But all that being said, second richest club in Europe, with an Austrian club in third, and Sassuolo in fourth, and oh my. From a nation club coefficient standpoint, Republic of Ireland is in 26th, but it looks like it has also dipped. There's a good jump here. That's probably World Cup related, but still not great. Yeah, and this shows, yeah, it's back to how it was. We've got one essentially first qualifying phase spot and 3 first qualifying Europa League. That means the other clubs have done poorly in Europe as well, surely. Find this a bit interesting. Obviously, we're the richest club in Ireland, but Wexford, it looks like these are all the same, but they're not in alphabetical order. So Wexford, my friends, is the second most okay club financially in Ireland. So what the national team looks like right now: Dempsey, Horgan, Maloney, Slavin. Are they playing 3 at the back, or is Slavin a left back now? It's weird. Must be. Oh, he is a left back. Hello. Yes, I can see that. Devlin, Evan Quinn ended up being quite good. Okay. Seddon and Cass. Richie Carr, who was like our backup goalkeeper forever. Or not. Well, yeah, because we loaned him out. Okay, yeah, that's right. Goes to the Philadelphia Union. Gets a career going in MLS. Gets on the March waiver draft thing. Atlanta United picks him up. He doesn't play much until this season. But he's the backup keeper for Ireland. He has 1 cap. But, he's 26. This is rubbish. In the Hall of Fame worldwide, I don't even rank. I got 31 domestic cups, people. You could combine Alex Ferguson and Peps, and they wouldn't have more than... They would need Ancelotti to have more than me. Come on. 632 points. That's worldwide. Continent. Probably the same. Yep. Nation. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. 10 domestic divisions. Stephen Kenny wasn't able to catch up. 25 cups. Is it that we just did it in Ireland and that's why it's not as ranked as high as some of the other managers in the continent? Of American nationality, I think that's interesting. Apparently Bruce is still ahead of me, even though he only has 8 domestic divisions. I guess the 2 international trophies help, to be fair. But those are gold cups. Come on. Come on. We made it to the Champions League final, okay? Got runner-up there, okay? Rubbish. Harry White went to Dundalk as an under-19 coach. Is that what happened? Took some time off. And then went to Ross County as head of youth development. He's a decent head of youth development. He's not amazing, but he's decent. Hristo Damav went to Ludogorets Razgrad after his stops in Sweden. We made some good money on him that way. He left on a free. It's fine. Did all right there. Not amazing. Not terrible, though. Sean Murphy went to Reading on a free. Kind of hasn't done anything. Farid hung up his boots after a couple seasons. Was a manager of Drogheda United. And then Shamrock Rovers. So he's competition now. Fair play to you, mate. You do you. He's an alright, but he's not great. I'm going to hit a bunch of random players here because I'm going back through the players we had sold and bought. Well, Mesa that went to Liverpool. Now worth 25 million, 46K a week. With Stoke. Stoke is like apparently racking up. No, they're just goodbyes, I guess. 5 million loan. I mean, he just couldn't get consistently anyway. He got a year at Feyenoord. Did terrible. Then they sold him to Krasnodar for 5.75 million, who sold him to Stoke for 9.5. He's just not had a... Mate, you should have stayed with... Now, he's made a ton more money, so he's probably happy, but you should have stayed with us. Sean Flynn's still playing. Maccabi Tel Aviv. The 3rd richest club in Europe. Who knew? Because they buy players for 4.2 million and sub for 475. Eros is still playing for Videoton. I must have missed this. Paul Frame is with CS Craiova in Romania. We picked him for 1.9 million. He plays outstanding for like 3 whole seasons, and then they stop using him and sell and let him go on a free to Rangers, who then do a player exchange. Oh. 49 caps, 16 goals. I think he's quite good, my friends. I can't believe that. 15.5K a week. There's Patrick Slavin, still with Arsenal. I mean, he did eventually start playing, doing okay. But then they loaned him after that to Milan, and then brought him back, and he's only got a half season. That's terrible. I mean, he's making ridiculous money, so don't blame him, but come on. Ricky McPherson's still kicking around. Gotta love that. Left on a free to Ayr United after several seasons of Portsmouth. Good for him. He's like, no, I still got it in me. Who wants me? Dumbarton, let's go, lads. The best left back Ireland has ever had, apparently, is still playing in South Korea. Ish. Kind of not really playing, but he's there. A Romanian left back who... we lost to Bournemouth for 1.3 million. He played all right. He's had a decent enough career. The move to the Bundesliga for 44 million. Yeah, you're going to start that guy. He's not been able to get back to the 7.0 or higher like he was with us, but he's has some work to do here, but he's apparently worth 120K. That seems a bit high for that. Like, he's got really good physicals and really good decision making, but some of the technicals are lacking. Thomas Maloney is with Milan. Maloney and Milan. 32 million. They've loaned him. What is with this? Oh, Tottenham buys him for 11 million. He goes 4 starts, 3 subs on a 6-9-1. And then they loan him to Juventus, where he doesn't get game time. Then they loan him to Mainz, who plays him for 31 starts on a 6-5-6. He's out of sync now. He's had like 2 whole seasons where he hasn't played. Of course he's not as good. Then they loan him to Valencia, and then they sell him to Milan. It's good business, but I hate that for it. It's not great. He's got 60 caps for the national team, but like he just let him settle in, you know? Liam Bosson became an under-21 goalkeeping coach. And just wrapped that up with KV Oostend. Yeah. Keith Ellis went to MLS. So the backup keeper the whole time, loaned him to Dundalk for 3 seasons, and then off he goes for $175K to MLS to finally, at age 30, become the starting keeper. Congrats to his hair's gray. That's funny. Show you a little bit of the financial picture as much as we can here. Now we are selling out 95% of the time. That's nice. So that explains why they've kind of expanded the stadium. Average attendance 68.91 was higher than what we had, so we're slowly pushing that out. 9 sellouts and 17.81 million on salary, but our transfer spend is negative 25.57 because we just sold a player for 38.5 million to Barcelona. But you can kind of tell that's where things are there. All right, my friends, we are going to wrap it up there. I know this is about an hour long. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm sure there's things that I forgot that you would like to see. Leave those in the comment. I also want to know who your top 10 players of the save are in the comments as well. Lots of things to leave in the comments as you're watching this one. Kind of disappointing, right? Like winning the league, but not really doing anything in Europe. And the fact that everything else has regressed from Ireland, right? Like we lost that second Champions League spot and it's back to 1 and 3 in terms of Champions League and Europa League. And it's like Champions League first qualifying phase. That's a little disappointing to me, to be honest with you. So we'll have to see if they can turn it around. Not turn it around, but like, let's get push back, lads. Let's see how that goes as we hop forward another 5 years in next episode, which again, as a reminder, will be out in about a week. So I can get all your comments and all that kind of stuff and kind of organize it to roll that out. So if you have enjoyed this very long episode, hit the like button. If you enjoy content like this or series that are this long and you want to support something like that, it doesn't hurt to go to patreon.com/grayhairgaming. There's a link in the description. You can throw a buck or two my way every month and say like, hey, I like content like this. Keep it up. I can't believe we couldn't see Frank's attribute or stuff. That kind of is kind of a bummer. But my friends, look at that domination in the league. We're going to leave on a high note, and we'll see you next time for the very last episode of The Save, which will be out in about a week. We'll see you then.